G'day friends and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today we're doing a review on a product that I've been sitting on for quite some time, learning its ins and outs. And finally, I think I can talk confidently about it. Now this in its category is probably one of the most value for money products you can buy. So if you want to find out what the Rodecaster Pro is all about, well then stick around. And welcome back. Now, when I purchased this product back in 2019, when it was freshly released, before all the cool firmwares that we've seen come out over the last 6 months, it was something that I still hadn't formulated how I was going to use it. All I knew is that I wanted it. Now, I reserved this review for a while because there was a lot of learning to do in regards to podcasting and recording podcasts and what features to use, etc., etc. So I really wanted to learn the ins and outs, and I'm glad that I waited, and also that all these cool firmware updates have come out since and enhanced this product further and further, which is something that it's rarely seen. Normally, a product is released, it has its limitations, and then you have to wait for product version 2 before you get, all the shortcomings sorted out. But Rode has been very generous with their updates and been listening back to their community in order to make this product, once again, I think a best in class for its price range and for what it's meant to do. So let's have a talk about it and let's see why this particular product is way above the rest. The Rodecaster Pro is the world's first fully integrated podcasting studio. You can make a podcast very easily using this device. It features 4 high-quality XLR microphone inputs and 4 headphone outputs with intuitive controls, automatic level settings, and one-touch recording to a micro SD or a computer. You can practically pull this device out of its box and be recording podcasts within minutes. It is that good. The Rodecaster Pro features 8 fully programmable sound effect pads for instant triggering of sound effects, music, intros and outros, and things like that. You can record direct to a pad from any of the Rodecaster Pro's inputs, or simply assign an audio from your computer to each specific pad. Each pad is slightly customizable with options for playback mode, color coding, and you can store up to 8 banks of sounds. That's a total of about 64 different sounds you can record on these pads. Now, as you probably already realize, I'm recording all the sound using the Rodecaster Pro. Now, it is making me sound less nasally and more radio, and that is the magic that this device does. Now, it may sound like I'm gushing over this, but I have to tell you, I don't think I've been as happy investing into a particular piece of tech in a long time. Normally, I have some buyer regret, especially when you've sort of jumped into something without doing its research. But I think over time, this particular device has proven to be a good investment. And let me tell you a little bit why, and maybe using my workflow or the workflows that I've been currently doing for work, how this particular device is helping. So obviously the primary purpose of this particular device is to record podcasts, right? So it records, like I said before, to an SD card or directly to a computer. And the great thing about it is that if you record to an SD card, you can record the individual channels of each particular mic, which is pretty good because if you want to do some editing or you want to do some work to clean up the sound in post-production, you can have each stream independently in order for you to do that, which is really good. And that's come only I guess, recently when they introduced new features in the firmware upgrade. So that makes it really easy. But what I found is that it has more function than what it's touted to do. Like right now, I have it connected directly to my PC using the USB. So it's USB-C in the rear, goes into my Mac, and I am using it almost like a audio interface. So it's capturing the sound on the mic, going through the device and into my computer for recording. And right now I'm using it with QuickTime because I'm also recording from my camera. So it's all being merged and I'm getting this great quality video and great quality voice. At the same time, I've also got it connected to my monitor speakers. So using the panel, I can use my headphones to monitor the sound that I'm recording, but I'm also can play back on the monitor speakers in order to get a good understanding of the quality of the sound. Now, the meters are fantastic because it can tell you whether you're clipping or not. It's fully adjustable. And when you've got sound coming from multiple sources, which I'll speak about in a second, it allows you to mix them to a level that you're satisfied with. On another particular occasion, the Rodecaster Pro got me out of a pinch. I do not have a sound mixer in the office. So my ability to capture sound is through an audio interface, another little Rode AI1 interface, which I use for filming videos and recording sound from mics, etc., etc. But I don't have the ability to bring in multiple sources. It is a one-channel audio interface. So I can use this particular device to allow me to capture different sounds or different sources at the same time, and then I can mix them together. I know this is primarily used as microphone recording, but you can tell the system just to do a default record, and you can use some of the inputs as line inputs as opposed to mic inputs. Now, I was able to mix a couple of tracks together and do a voiceover using this particular device. It is probably not the optimum way to do this, but you can use it in different ways. Now, it has the ability to record from 4 different mics. It also can record from the USB cable coming directly from your computer. So you play music or you play something on your device, on your computer, Mac, PC, or whatever, and that can be captured through that particular channel. You can also plug in something like an iPad or a mobile phone with a cable directly to the back of the device, and you can also record that. And it also has the capability to connect to a Bluetooth device, and you can capture audio using wireless as well, which ticks all the boxes. I think you'd be very far stretched to come into a situation where you won't have a cable or you won't have Bluetooth, but it seems to cover all the different areas just in case you run into a bit of connectivity issues. As you can see, it has a beautiful LED screen where all its configuration is done in one place. You don't have to go outside and to software and sort of configure things outside the device. The menu is very intuitive, has some quick keys to be able to modify the settings of each individual mic, and you can do a lot to enhance people's voices. There are plenty of videos on the Rode website on how to do this configuration, so I'm not going to bore you, and it's not going to be a tutorial. This is an overview, but one of the things that I wanted to tell you is that you have full control. The other great feature is that you can connect the device through USB to your computer or Mac and use your favorite audio authoring program. So for example, I use Adobe Audition. Now that particular program, when configured correctly, will pick up each individual line coming out of the Rodecaster Pro, and you'll be able to do in-program or in-Audition modifications and editing of each particular channel, which is pretty good. It just makes this particular device even more powerful when you're recording to an external device like a PC. Not to say that the SD recording is not powerful. Like I said before, it does record each channel separately, but you can also record it post modification when you sort of enhance the audio, but it also can record, let's say, the raw tracks. So if you need to do some kind of enhancement in post-production, you can do that without having to worry about things that have already been modified while it's being recorded live. Now, in summary, hopefully you've seen some of the benefits, especially on my nasally voice. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll realize that it's a big improvement. Now, the reason I got this particular device, that through my company, my work, sometimes I'm asked to record interviews, sometimes I'm asked to record meetings where people want to keep it and post it for posterity, just in case, they need to be listened to again for training purposes, etc. So that is why I got it, and I am very happy with the purchase. But why should you get it? Obviously, the initial thing is like if you want to do some podcasting and you want to get your message out there, this is a great device. It's a no-brainer, especially when you're integrating it with Rode mics, because the settings are very intuitive. You plug in a Rode mic, you tell it this is the mic that I'm using, and it configures the actual best settings for that particular mic, which is pretty awesome. So if you want something that's set and forget, something that will make your workflow really easy, especially when you're taking this device on the road, this is something for you if you want to record the podcasts either in your studio or you want to record them somewhere else. Now, if you're looking for a device like this one, but you also lack some of the other devices, for example, an audio interface or a sound mixer, this will temporarily assist you with that until you get to a point where you can buy those individual pieces. So this is also, very helpful for people just starting up. Very powerful for recording, very powerful for podcasting, but also can get you out of trouble in a pinch. It is a very versatile tool that as I was starting up, I got a lot of use out of it because I was doing my voice recordings through that. And that's it for this video, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you got something useful to help you make a decision if you're in the market for this type of device. I am very happy with it. This review is not endorsed by Rode in any way whatsoever. I purchased this through using my own money, and I have made my own opinions without anyone influencing me in any way. So if you like this video, give me a like, and if you have any comments, leave them in the comments section below. I try to get back to everyone as quickly as I can. And if you haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? And until the next time, ciao for now.